Hey, this is Josh Wink, and you're watching me here on Just for the Record. So yesterday, it was my first day of walking around Washington and Collins, and also having to do a pool party. I really got to understand again what Miami is for the Winter Music Conference, Miami Music Week, Ultra Music Festival, whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of things I miss about it, and there's a lot of things I don't want to miss about it as well too. But when you have gorgeous weather like this and it's snowy and cold in Philadelphia, I like Miami. So anyways, I brought my family down with me, so it's a little bit different of a year for me, balancing in between the professional work and the family time. I became three people as soon as my son was born. I was Josh, who is a Josh to a friend, to my partner, to my friends. I was Josh Wink, the artist, the producer to people, and then I was Daddy. And I'm really having a unique time on trying to balance my life in between those three. You know, years ago, dance music was here and still is here. It's just that every little city and every little scene in the US had a market, but you just really had to find it. And the only way that artists could break in America, if they're European artists or American artists that go and produce electronic music, is you had to be lucky to have one of your songs taken by a car ad, you know, or a Pringles potato chip ad, you know, where they take these little electronic music hits and just they would become huge in America. Everybody would know about dance music then because they would say, hey, what's that song on that car ad that goes like this? And it's a shame that it was always like that. America has a weird history with electronic music. It began in America. You know, it started in Philadelphia with disco and then changed to house music in New York and Chicago, Detroit electronic techno music. But it's never really been a success here. So it's always in the shadow of Europe. And just recently it's become like a pop sound, a sound for the dubstep guys. You know, it's a teenage sound. And then you get your more progressive house and your trance, which spans different ages. But, you know, it's not my forte, and I've seen things come and go in my being in the business for over the past 20 years. And everything serves its purpose, you know? So I'm not really one to criticize. Everything does its thing. We still run an independent, small mom and pop record company and put out music that doesn't cater to the masses, that is just really, it's pure and true to us. And we don't look to sign it to, you know, be licensed for car ads or television ads or something like this. A long time ago, before laptop computers and crack applications and software, and, you know, it was all hardware. You know, what did people say? How did you get to do what you did? And I said, first and foremost, follow your heart. You know, get into it because you really truly believe in it, not because of what you may get out of it financially or anything else. We have a track called Balls coming out in in April on Ovum. So I'm excited. The reason why it's called Balls, a lot of people wanted, which you look like you were going to ask, why is it called Balls? Well, besides wanting people on the radio to say balls, and me to say balls all the time, is originally when someone heard the track, they said, wow, you know, you're really going to have balls to play this out. Because it doesn't really sound much of what is popular now in the sound. First of all, it's 10 minutes and so many people are working and only playing like 2-3 minutes of a track. They play one build-up and that's that. And then it doesn't sound like the new style or the new this or that. So someone said, you're really gonna have to have balls to play it, or you're really gonna have to be a ballsy DJ, or this kind of a DJ. So I said, let's just call it balls. I got into doing what I did because it's the only thing I knew. You know, I was a DJ as a teenager by mistake. I kind of got into it in a weird way. And then who would have thought that over 25 years later I would be doing the same thing? But I never got into it for certain reasons. I got into it because I love music. I love collecting vinyl. I loved turntablism. And then who knows? I mean, I used to play in a nightclub, you know, from 9 o'clock in the evening till 4 in the morning and get $75 US. And I wouldn't question it, you know? Now people freak out if they don't have a bottle of rosé champagne at their gig, or if their flight's delayed. You know, so get into it, get into life, get into whatever it is because you truly want to do it. I have a lot of friends of mine who make livings doing something they really hate. And I feel so blessed to be able to be here in Miami doing an interview with you guys. And the reason I'm here is because I make music and I release music and I love music, and that's incredible. So I would pretty much say, you know, follow your heart, not necessarily your head, you know, and good things will come. That was it.
Perfect.
All right, Cocaines and Hookers.